All right, chat. This is going to be a SMRAT boss shuffle, custom objectives, G2M2. We need to go and get Kraid, Ridley, Botwoon, and Spore Spawn to make this seed happen. The boss rooms are random, but the mini bosses are not. And it's going to be Funny versus Kaizen. And this is going to be the second to last race of the season, if I recall correctly. This is the last. So no more races this season. This is 60 out of 60. I thought there was one more race today. And then, yeah, we get the playoffs to see how we're going to ladder it up at the very end. And then we're doing off-season races. Yeah. So if you want to get into doing racing, if you want to get into doing SMRAT, join the Discord. This is the time to do it. You can do it off season, start learning, start getting tips from the pros. But there's our objectives: Botwoon, Kraid, Ridley, Spore Spawn. Tourian is fast. We got Spring Ball versus Samus. What suit's going to be first shot? Is it going to be Varia? Is it going to be Gravity? And Funny coming back. This is the 5th race of the season, I believe, or the 4th race of the season, in order to get into the qualifiers, and is coming back with quite a showing. Previous winner of last season. I assume once the playoffs start, we're going to have a little more commentary, a little more people tracking. As usual, we find the Morph Ball first. Nothing too surprising there. But what is going to be the first item? Is it going to be a bomb, a power bomb, a missile, a super missile, a suit? We found missiles and missiles. Followed by a power bomb. So this seed's already kind of boring because we got our bomb placement, we got our missile placement. Let's see if we can spice it up a little bit. We want to see some last locations here. And Funny choosing to check Billy Mays. Kaizen is skipping Billy Mays. Is this going to be the first route divergence that calls the seed? Super missiles and a missile at the meme route. And another super missile. So buy one, get one super missiles. All right, and Funny. We only have enough power bombs left to go up the elevator. We cannot go through meme route. Green Hill Zone, we got Plasma Beam. Nice early Plasma Beam find. That's not going to be too huge right this second, but we will see if it makes a difference. All right, the last power bomb getting used on Old Mother Brain. We find missiles. We found grapple. Some power bombs on the top of Big Pink. Today's soundtrack is the Cowboy Bebop anime. And we're talking like the original 1990s anime that used to be on Toonami. We got energy tank sitting on Bomb Chorizo. No bonus chorizo today. Energy tank sitting at the front of early supers. There's the first super missile for Kai. Gravity suit is the first suit. All right, and funny coming back down to 230s. More supers. This is going to be an ammo heavy seat, it seems like. Nice power bomb at the front of Veticoons. So we're doing pretty good on power bombs now, I think. 15 is a good number to be at. Energy tank. Back at gauntlet check, we got supers and missiles, it looks like. I'm sorry, power bombs and missiles. Phaser beam. Yeah, discount plasma after plasma. The Spazer screen of shame. All right, Anfunny about to go check the early supers. But we know Anfunny is going to be finding this gravity suit. All right, here comes Spore Spawn over on Kaisensen's screen. Changing over to plasma, making sure that we can make this a little bit faster. Granted, it's just going to be missiles and super missiles into them, but do it now while we're waiting for the Spore Spawn anyway. All right, Anfunny, are you going to go check Edicoons or are you going to skip them? Oh, we're checking. We're checking Edicoons. So if Anne finally goes to Green Hill Zone after Spospo, then he's not going to need to change the beam with the pause screen. He's going to get plasma after Spazer. Those 7 seconds of pausing could make a difference. Or however many seconds it actually takes. All right, so Spospo is down. High jump boots have been found. Let's see how much faster the Spospo fight is going to be with 20 supers instead of none. Just some missiles at the wave gate. Some nice missile followed by super missile shots from Anne fighting against Spospo. I picking up more supers. All right, Spospo is down for our second player. Collecting the high jump boots. Reem coming in with the pro advice on how to fight Spospo. And finding about to go and get that missile behind the wave door here. I deciding that he wants the super missile here. Tourian. All right, power bomb. Gonna make ammo look pretty good now on Anfunny's side. More supers. Never turn down more supers. Especially when you have a Ridley fight in front of you. There's a wave beam at Spazer. This stream is brought to you by Prima Games. Get your strategy guides online at reamprimagames.com. This is not a real service. Please don't go and look for it. Plasma beam finally coming out on the Anfunny's screen. Speed booster. Kraid, holding on to the goods. So I think just out of a little bit of speed, Kaizen has a little bit of a lead here. But Anfunny's not going to be very far behind him. Anfunny deciding to go up Red Tower first. Anfunny making a wreck ship play. We found Fantoon at Kraid. So this is the second piece of big route diversions here. E-Tank and Missile saying Alpha Peebs. And Fantoon is down for Kaizen. Sponsorship spots are better with the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego theme. Where in the world? That's a callback right there. That's a Nickelodeon 90s callback right there. Okay, hashtag not sponsored. There's a channel that I just started watching called Writer's Digest, and they've been covering which stories from Are You Afraid of the Dark are the scariest stories. And it's good so far. All right, Anfunny heading into wrecked ship. Ice beam found at the top of high jump boots area. In the back, we have a spring ball collecting a spring ball. Aizen is sitting on almost a full beam combo now. Only needs charge to get that full beam. And finally, he's starting to say no to ammo pickups. I don't think Anthony is saying no, relying on charge, but we found Kraid. There's the first of two major bosses we need to fight in order to win the game. So now we know that either Ridley is at Dragon or Dragon is at Dragon. We have Space Jump sitting on Main Street here. Kaizen deciding that he wants to go for it. And I missed the item behind Kraid. Just some more supers. Oh, and the ship doesn't open up until you actually beat Phantoon the legit way. That's good to know. And then, yeah, and finally went back to Spooky Missiles and picked up the Super Missiles instead of saying no to them. Doing a little bit of a double back. Oh, picking them up in case of a reset. Interesting. That does make sense. Because it is boss rando. We don't know what that boss is until we get in there. Alright, where's Anthony heading next? Are we going to see a side-by-side Meridia? All right, missile found at the beach. And finally coming back through Red Tower. Chat, once again, if you are not following these runners already, you should be. Go to their channels, wish them good luck, have fun, and make sure that you're following them. And if you're not following SRA, well, we have a lot going on here. We have regular SMRAT ladder tournaments. We have a Mega Man X 100% tournament coming up. We have lots of cool stuff here. If you are a channel that is, or not channel, but a group that is looking for a channel to race on, we're more than happy to have you. And as always, you can find the race details when the next races are happening on our Discord. And if you like my commentary, I am Sinith, and I stream a lot of Celeste, a lot of Celeste mods, a lot of Mario mods. I just gotta get back to it. And I've got two birds who like to cause lots of trouble. All right, so Kai is slowly making their way through Meridia. And by slowly, I mean like actually going through and doing it quickly. It's just getting all the items. Because it's full rando. You check everything. Excuse me. All right, we're gonna go check what crate is first. Now here's gonna be the smart move. Does Anfunny save somewhere beforehand? Nice screw attack sitting here. Beep. All right, Anfunny now has a speed booster. Just needs to go over to high jump and grab ice. Yep, so Anfunny's gonna do a pivot save. This is a very smart move because he can just hit reset if Kraid is not one of the bosses he wants. And we already know it's not. So this will save some time for Anfunny. Now here's the spicy thing. If we find Ridley's room, it's hot. And we don't have Varia yet. All right, Tyson also going to do a pivot save here. And we found Dragon. So Ridley is at Ridley. Which means we definitely need that Varia suit wherever it is. Now with speed high jump, do you go and check Bubble Mountain? And Kai is locking in a G4. This is the second boss he's fought that he does not need to fight. Let's see if the item behind Dragon is worth it. It is not. It is X-ray. All right, so the one item that was in Bubble Mountain wasn't worth it. We are going to do a quick save. So does that mean that Varia is sitting on Shack Tool? Or is it somewhere under Fantoon in Wreck Ship? Because you gotta kill Fantoon to get into Wreck Ship and get the items in Wreck Ship. But we're not going to find out for a hot second because we're going to have Anfunny going into Meridia proper, and Kaizen is leaving Meridia proper. Logical progression right now is space jump. There's Varia in the sand pits. It's in the right-hand side sand pit. All right, so does Anfunny go and check that first? I'm thinking Anfunny is going to full clear Meridia and check the boss, and then go down to Norfair. We're gonna go check Mama Turtle first. And yeah, Kai doesn't know where Ridley is. Ridley could be at Wreck Ship, for all we know. But we're gonna go down to Norfair first because we have both suits. Why not? But regardless, Kaizen has locked in G4. He needs to come down here to fight Ridley, and he needs to go up to fight Kraid. Anfunny doing the full clear of Meridia. This is the same thing that Kaizen did already. This is going to come down to positioning, I think. Because once Anfunny clears out Meridia, that's going to be around the same time that Kaizen has cleared out Norfair. Kaizen's going straight into Lord Norfair, not doing a lot of checks, so that is saving some time. Kaizen still needs to go up to Wreck Ship, though. And I mean, that is a very fast thing to do. You can just go fight that boss and then head straight to Tourian. Anfunny also fought the boss straight off the bat in Wreck Ship. Did not do a full clear. Yeah, I think Kaizen's in a decently good position. I don't know if I would say commanding lead, but it is hard to say because of how routing has happened. And yeah, that's the thing, right? Anfunny's at 50-50, Kaizen's at 45-25, and there's no charge in sight so far. So if charge is not found, then this is going to be Anfunny's seed to win right now. All right, are we going into the sand pits first, Anfunny, or are we going... Where are we going? We're just doing a refill. Gotcha. And yeah, as Reem is saying, Kaizen needs to win by 24 seconds. or and Funny needs to finish within 2 minutes and 5 seconds of Kaizensen winning. So it's a difference of 2 minutes and 5 seconds to 24 seconds. Am I getting that right? Because I know I saw 24 in the race room. Okay, so Kai needs to finish 24 seconds ahead of Anne Funny to break even. Anne Funny needs to finish within 2 minutes and 5 seconds of Kai to break even of the top 8. So I was kind of right in how I was thinking about that. Anne Funny has anywhere between 24 seconds and 2 minutes and 5 seconds to gain points. And then after that, we'll break even on 2-5. And then we'll start losing points on the break even. But if there's less than 24 seconds, then Anne Funny gets more points than Kai, and Kai does not break even. All right, so the dragon is down already. That was fast. No charge beam today behind Ridley. Hitting that save right before Dragon. We already know what this is. So this is going to be a fast reset for Anne Funny. Anne Funny is dedicating the fight to Dragon here. So I think the thought process here is that because this could be a good item behind Dragon, it's easy to kill him with Grapple Beam. Just kill him. Make it fast. And the only reason to pivot save there is if you don't have Varia and you're about to fight Ridley. Gonna say no to the X-ray beam. Don't blame him. Probably had a hesitated to think of doing a reset back to the pivot save or just, turning around. The charge is still missing in action. So the charge could be in the other sand pit. We don't know what's in that sand pit. I don't think we know what's at Plasma Beam either. It looks like Kai is going to blind check the prison, the jail. We found some missiles. We need all the ammo we can get for Kai. If Ream Supers is Ream Charge, you need to stop playing Overwatch. All right, there is the various suit for and funny. That is go mode, I believe, for and funny. Get one more super, and that's pretty good go mode, I think. Yeah, easy peasy finding ammo. Eisen's still doing a full clear of Norfair. All right, so where's Anfunny gonna head first? I think no matter where Anfunny goes, he's gonna run right into ammo and be able to kill Ridley, and then just go right to Tourian. So that would be my move. Go directly to Ridley, and then check ammo on the way out. Back to Tourian. Yeah, this is exactly where Anfunny catches up. Exactly. E-tank at speed plus missiles at speed. Not what Kaizenton needs. Kaizenton needs some supers. Oh, that was a little rough. Didn't quite make the space jump into Lower Norfair. So maybe a spicy prediction. We could do a Ream Supers prediction. Is it charge or is it something else? We found bombs. What other locations besides Ream Supers? Waterway. Could be Waterway. Could also be somewhere in Wreck Ship. Like, almost all of Wreck Ship hasn't been discovered because of how Fantoon was placed as seed. All right, get your channel points in on this new prediction. Where's charge? Let's see, your choices are Ream Supers / Waterway, Shack Sandpits, the sandpits on the left-hand side that we haven't seen, Plasma, somewhere in Wreck Ship, or Croc and GT. Always bet on Croc, right? That's how this works? Let's see, I'm going to... Predict. 10,000. 10,000 on room supers. Let's make it spicy, chat. Maybe front of gauntlet too? We saw back of gauntlet. We haven't seen front of gauntlet. I would count that as part of the landing site area. Make sure to get your predictions in. I made a pretty spicy win condition in there and throw 10,000. And Funny has all the objectives down, just needs to go and kill Mother Brain. Needs one of any ammo to make that happen. Oh, that's right. 15 missiles to 5 supers. There you go. That's 40-60. All right, is Kaizen going to go for a full clear on wreck ship? Or is he going to get the back out as soon as he fights the boss here? All right, and finally grab some missiles. That is enough now. More missiles. And that's ammo go mode for Kai as well with 140. This is going to be close. Because if Kai goes directly to Tourian from here, this is a pretty close Tourian versus where Anfunny is. Anfunny, you need to get the heck out and go back to the ship now. Nice quick kill from Kaizen. Grab the supers just in case on the way out. All right, who's going to be the first person back to the ship? Looks like it's going to be Anfunny. As always, chat, as a reminder, we use the race room results as our goal here. So even though these racers may look like one is in front of the other, we're going to be revealing the results at the very end once the race room has been confirmed. Eisen first to the ship, and Funny right behind him. This is going to be down to the wire. Who is going to make Tourian faster? Oh, with the super missile pickup in the way, and Funny gets there a little bit faster. This is neck and neck. And Funny first into the room right before G4, and then first into G4. Safety save for and Funny. No safety save for Kaizen. All right, phase one on screen is down for Kaizen. Yes, wave beam was obtained for both players. All right, phase two. Who gets there first? That's a single miss on and Funny's screen. Phase two, Mother Brain is down for Kai. Phase two, Mother Brain is down for and Funny. Kai is the first into the first escape room. Yeah, is Kai gonna go for the animals? That's a good question. Does Kai think that he's ahead enough to risk going for the animals? Kai is going for the animals. This is going to come down to going for the animals. Oh no. And Funny is not going for the animals. Animal Surprise was a Ridley fight just to spite you. And Funny finishes on the ship with an official first place time of 53 seconds and 53 minutes and 39 seconds. The one time saving the animals is not the right decision. Do not make fusion Cannon. All right, and Kaiserton gets second place here with an official race room time of 54 minutes 32 seconds. Kai ends up losing overall. We'll check to see if we're going to be doing some interviews here in just a moment. Welcome in, racers. How are you two doing?
Good.
Doing well.
That was a really, really, really close race. There were some good route divergences. There were some good choices made. How do you guys?
Bad choices made. There are some bad choices made.
Yeah.
So at the very beginning, there was already a route divergence. Kai, you went meme route, and Funny, you went up to Billy Mays, got some really nice early ammo, and then left through the top of the elevator.
Yeah, and I accidentally laid that extra power bomb, so I couldn't check what that one item was. I had to go back for it later.
Yep.
Yeah, Meme Route was pretty slow this time with the supers over in Bryn Reserve.
Yeah, I think
Now, where do you think Charge is? Because I know that Kai, you were looking pretty hard for Charge.
I'm gonna guess Waterway.
it's about
Yeah.
to pop up. It's wreck ship, missile top, missile wreck ship top. Is that like sky missiles?
That's Attic.
Attic. Okay.
Oh, is that where it is in the attic?
Yeah, that would have been terrible to get. You had to kill Fanny at Crate and then go back to
Yeah.
wreck ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been worth it for me.
And Funny, you had some pretty good pivot saves going into each of the bosses just to make sure that you weren't going to go in unprepared for and I think Kai, you did too for Dragon at least, but you definitely dedicated to a G4.
Shuffle.
Yeah.
I walked into Fat June at Crane like, oh, that was almost very bad.
Yeah, I mean, I went wreck ship first because I'm finding these boss shuffle ones where you only have two bosses. Just having that little boss information before going down is kind of worth it. But that's why I did that, and it happened to be Kraid, so I just kept the save and got whatever ammo was there, and then tipped out. I was kind of worried that once I saw that Ridley wasn't at Dragon. I was kind of worried I was going to have to kill Fanny, go through wreck ship, and find Varia there, but it ended up being in the pit there. So that ended up.
With the early gravity and speed, Varia could have been anywhere.
I know.
I was like, oh, this could be a very long hunt for Varia, but I've almost got enough to consider going without Varia if I find enough supers, which I did not find enough supers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ended up doing a lot of missiles and very few supers compared to and Funny getting basically even amounts of super missiles.
Yeah, they gave us so many E-tanks. I was just hoping Ridley was at Dragon so I could just suitless or Varia-less him and get it over with. But
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that too. I only had 5 tanks at that point, but that wouldn't have been too bad.
I think I had like 8 or 9, so in a reserve. So I was more than comfortable.
Yeah. So yeah, and Funny, you kind of called out the other route decision that changed the seed quite a bit was you went up Red Tower, Kaiserton went down Red Tower in that first part of the seed.
Yeah, I think like I was kind of saying, I just think it makes sense, like getting that boss information, because if that ended up being Dragon, then I knew I had to look at Ellen or Meridia for one of the other bosses, or so. Yeah, I feel like in these seeds it kind of works out a little bit. I like one time when Spooky Missiles had grab or something like that, so it ended up being like a huge boon. So I think it really pays off in these, but other than that, it's just you get that nice little pivot save at top of Red Tower too if it ends up being bunk. So
Now I think even Kai, if you had not saved the animals and had gone directly to the ship, and finding would have been right behind you, so you would have gotten first place, but you would have lost overall in points.
Yeah, super close one.
But it was a super close race right at the end. And funny, you know how to make these races stupid close, and it's always fun to watch.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I always manage to make them super close no matter what.
Yeah. So thank you so much, both of you, for bringing us a good race. Thank you to Anfunny. Go follow Anfunny over on his channel. Thank you to Kaizenton. You can go follow Kaizenton over on his channel. And you can follow me on my channel as well. You can follow Reem. Reem does some cool stuff as well. I'm being told to check my DMs. So let me just check that really quick. All right, we're officially announcing the top 8 of the seed of the season. Kaizenton, you're in first place.
Yeah, I knew that already.
Chrono is in second place. Sunwoo Farmer in third. And Funny, you got put in fourth after this race.
Oh, wow.
Prankard is in fifth. Sound Monster is in sixth. Break Jake is in seventh. Heavens Titans is in eighth.
Yo, congrats, Evans. I know you've been wanting to get into these, so good on you for that.
Yeah.
Surprised I jumped up so much, but yeah, I guess when you're racing the number one seed.
I had so many points. Just buy-in of 9,000.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to be reading cross product here in just a second. Thank you so much again for the races. Thank you everyone for hanging out and making this cool. I always enjoy the chat here. We're going to be doing playoffs here, so make sure you go and join the Discord so that you know when those are happening, who's playing who, and exactly what the format's going to be like for the playoffs.
Well, looking forward to it. Thanks for doing comms for us today, Senna. And,
and hopefully you'll be joining me for some of the finals.
yeah, definitely. If I'm not in the finals, I'll probably be joining you. Yeah, thanks to Reem and WJG and Kaizenton for the good race. I think that's it for me.
Thanks, everyone. I'll see you next mission.
Yep, see you next mission, and make sure that you appreciate Deer Force.